pocket like plastic.
Entering team select screen. The Indianapolis Colts, the home team, are selected.
I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Ready. Advanced settings. Entering defensive. Second. Defensive playbook option is set to dead. Patricia.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, where your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't
Play call option is set to enhanced. Entering leave session pop-up. No. Entering franchise. New message. Upgrade play. New message. Advanced team trades. Lead transactions. Schedule. Entering schedules. Entering week 7 week 11 week 16 cardinal call week 17 week 5 entering schedule script entering franchise member team my team depth chart entering depth 2 entering franchise thing upgrade players entering player upgrades screen. You have 42 options. William Lissamore is selected.
It take a week to count it. Back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, trying to build a week after. Down from laughter when they come to handles, never had one.
Kenneth Waldron.
They my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play get
Ratings.
Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit.
Parish Biden. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. New franchise game results. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Team members, you have 23 options. My Tybo Black is selected.
Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Lead.
Know you sad about it.
Team news. Options settings. Options sliders. Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise? Entering main menu screen. Madden NFL 21 franchise cloud. Entering cloud franchise screen undefined. Name of the league TML20. Entering franchise hubs. Advanced play season game is selected. Entering searching pop-up searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent.
Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number.
Entering team select screen. The Indianapolis Colts, the home team, are selected. Red advanced settings and Dead M Patricia selected.
Man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, She wanted like me cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Scott ready. You suit, event, car are repair selected.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my
Entering advanced settings screen. Offensive playbook option is set to in F right.
Run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming cause we coming for the jet.
Advanced edit uniform entering edit uniforms. Uniform name option is set to current cone. Edit uniforms ready.
Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. Switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Ready? Check 55 to Mike. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Here we go. 70, Indy. Hey, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. They turn to Taylor on 4th, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. This one completes to Kelvin Harmon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Ravens.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple of
Depth chart. Slot 2. Resume. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Waldron, flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Just like that. Tie that right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
From the 41, Jackson. He gets this one to Boyd. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Waldron. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Back to throw. Waldron, and an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set, 60 outlaw.
2nd and long. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run with Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. A toss running left. It's Taylor, and he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now a toss coming right side. Taylor. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Jackson looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good, I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on it. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Waldron got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He finds Taylor, complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far. They've come up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, Waldron. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on third down, Waldron throwing right, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. The give to Taylor. Oh, the spin. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Don't get nervous.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And bulldozing his way through. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive.
Oh, wide open, complete, 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
Depth chart. Entering slot 2. Resume. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting set.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A toss running left. Taylor, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Check it back, check it back.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready, set. Mike 51, Mike 51. Tighten up, tighten up. Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Entering pause screen. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch 88, watch 88.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
First down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Jackson throwing again, looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kelvin Harmon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
He's coming, he's coming.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have... And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking left side, and it's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first. And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Back to throw. Steps away to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this.
Entering, pause, entering, cancel, pop-up waiting, entering, cancel, pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
Fourth quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And the catch made by Walters. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Post-game score summary.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's
Entering